Good afternoon, friends. At the outset, let me thank ICSI for giving me this opportunity for making presentation on basic concept in service tax, open issues in service tax, and the professional opportunities in indirect taxes. I request my viewers while during my deliberation, in case they are having any doubt, any query, please post your queries. After my deliberation, I will take those queries and will try to respond to your queries. Let's start. Service tax is the topic today. But before starting service tax, let's understand constitutional power to levy service tax. In terms of Article 246, 7 schedule to the Constitution of India, there are three lists: union list, state list, and concurrent list. Union list, only central government can levy taxes. State list, only state government can levy taxes. And concurrent list, both central and state levy taxes. In union list, we got custom duty. Custom duty is being levied under 83 of union list, and under custom duty we got basic custom duty. We got countervailing duty, which is equivalent of excise duty applicable for light goods manufactured in India. So if excise duty applicable 12.5%, then CVD rate would be 12.5%. We got custom cess, which is called education cess, and secondary higher education cess levied on custom portion. Though education cess and secondary higher education cess got subsumed for excise duty last year, starting from 1st March 2015. And for service tax, education cess and secondary higher education cess got subsumed from 1st June 2015, but this custom cess is still continuing for custom duty purpose. Then we got SAD, special additional duty. It is in lieu of sale tax or VAT. So these are the duties applicable under custom duty. Then we got excise duty applicable under entry 84 of union list for manufacturing of goods in India. Thereafter we got service tax, which is the subject matter today. Service tax is being levied under entry 97 residue entry of union list applicable from 1st July 1994. Thereafter we got product specific cess like automobile cess, coal cess, and we got other cess like Swachh Bharat cess, which is applicable from 15 November 2015. We are getting Krishi Kalyan cess, and I'm sure you must be having number of queries on Krishi Kalyan cess, which is being proposed in this Finance Bill 2016, now enacted from 14th May 2015, applicable from 1st June 2016. So in this particular Krishi Kalyan cess, which is 0.5% on value of all taxable services applicable from 1st June 2016. So effectively, service tax rate is going to be increased from 14.5% to 15%. We will discuss in depth for Krishi Kalyan cess. Moving forward, we got state list. Under state list, we got value added tax. Entry 54 of state list item. It is applicable for intrastate sale purchase of goods. Intrastate means within the state. Value added tax is applicable. Then we got CST, Central Sales Tax. It is leviable on interstate sale purchase of goods. Though it is a central levy and levied entry 92A of union list, but administered and collected by state government. We got luxury tax, we got entertainment tax, we got entry tax, we got octroi, we got LBT, local body tax, applicable in Maharashtra for any SSC having turnover more than 50 crore rupees. So these are the taxes applicable under state levy. So we have discussed major of the taxes applicable under union list and state list. Today's topic is service tax. So before touching service tax, let's understand why being practicing company secretary or company secretary employed in any company, indirect tax is important for all of us. Today we got our GDP. India's GDP is growing around 7.5% today. Our GDP consists of three pillars: agriculture, IIP, and service sector. If you look at all three components, bigger component of our GDP, agriculture is around 16 to 17% of our overall GDP. IIP is around 27-28%. Service sector is 66%. I repeat, 66% of our GDP, as stated in economic survey which was done just before budget and announced by Chief Economic Advisor Dr. Arvind Subramanian. So 66% of our GDP coming only from service sector. By the way, which tax is applicable for service sector? Service tax, and that is the topic of the day. And we are going to discuss service tax component in depth. That's the reason I'm asking all viewers, while in my deliberation, if you have any query, please do not feel hesitant to post your query. Please feel free to send your queries. Definitely will take up your queries and respond to your queries. Now this is the one part of GDP. Now if you look at the growth of service sector, which our overall GDP growth of the country. GDP growth of the country is 7.5%, but service sector is growing by 8 to 9%. So look at the GDP growth, national growth versus service sector growth first, and second, the percentage of GDP coming from service sector. Second factor. Today, country has two major tax collection. One is called direct taxes, another one is called indirect taxes. Under indirect tax, we got central levy, which is called union levy, and another one is state levy. Just I'm posting query for all of you. How much is the total indirect tax collection for country India? How much our Honorable Finance Minister is collecting taxes from country India? And why indirect tax is important for all of us as an opportunity when we are moving forward towards GST. GST, if comes in, our Honorable Finance Minister says that it will bring 2% incremental GDP growth. Are you listening me? I'm saying that 2% incremental GDP growth. If we are growing by 7.5%, will grow by 9.5% if GST, goods and services tax, will come into the picture. Having said that, now try to understand how much is the tax collection. How much is the direct tax collection? Direct tax collection for financial year 2015-16 was 7.35 lakh crore rupees. So direct tax collection for country India is 7.35 lakh crore rupees. And how much is the indirect tax collection? And that too under union and the state. Under union, this figure is 7.10 lakh crore rupees. So which is coming from custom duty, excise and service tax. Service tax is topping up over and above excise collection and custom collection. So service tax is a braid, is getting more revenue for Government of India. So service tax is becoming the major tax collection area for Government of India because 66% of GDP coming from service sector, and service tax by default applicable for almost all major sector directly or indirectly. Having said that, 7.10 lakh crore rupees from central levy perspective, how much is the state collection? We got 29 states and they are collecting VAT, luxury tax, entertainment tax, entry tax, octroi, stamp duty, how much they are collecting? They are collecting around 8 lakh crore rupees. So 8 lakh crore rupees state collection, 7.10 lakh crore rupees central collection, totaling 15.10 lakh crore rupees total indirect taxes versus 7.35 lakh crore rupees from direct taxes. Look at the comparison for country India. Indirect tax is 15 lakh crore rupees, almost double of direct taxes. Look at the opportunity. Am I required to say opportunity? Of course, we are collection, the indirect tax collection is a major collection for Government of India, and we are moving towards GST, which will bring 2% incremental GDP growth for practicing company secretary, or we are employed somewhere. It's a lucrative time. We need to think out of box. We have to start thinking that indirect tax is one of the major area where we can start practice. I know that company secretary per se are not interested getting into indirect taxes, but we are moving towards GST, and service tax is a major collection, and all the major taxes, union taxes and state taxes, going to be subsumed in new name GST. So we have to learn GST, but today's topic is service tax. So just to go forward, we were all waiting 122 Constitution Amendment Bill may get passed in budget session, which could not happen. Now we are looking towards monsoon session. Now we are looking forward whether GST will come by April 1, 2017. This might be question in everyone's mind. If GST not coming in, why should I start preparing for GST? My takeaway on the same subject matter would be, even though it is not coming from April 1, 2017, but service tax, which is by default applicable for any practicing company secretary, be individual, be firm, be a company, or you're employed somewhere, service tax by default applicable directly, indirectly, be it goods or services. So service tax going to play important role till the time GST comes in. So we have to gear up the opportunity existing in service tax. See, either you may be a fresh qualified company secretary, or you are doing midway 4 to 5 years, or you are senior company secretary. What are the opportunities available? Before I start saying you the opportunities, let me tell you, opportunities are voluminous, widely available, believe me, widely available. We have to start thinking. We have to start how I can do transformation in my professional acumen, so as I can say to client, I can do it for you. And once I know the provision, believe me, then I can sell my provision. If I don't know the provision, I will not be able to sell the provision. So what is utmost required? If at all you want to do indirect tax practice, and which you should do, that is what I am telling you, because GST is a big game changer. Indirect tax collection 15 lakh crore versus 7 lakh crore of direct taxes. GST going to have incremental 2% GDP growth. Service tax, service sector of GDP 66%. Look at these data. These data itself is saying great opportunity. But where from you can start with? You can start taking registration work, filing return, drafting reply, preparing so-cause notice, appearing before adjudication authority or appellate authority, or go up to CESTAT, Custom Excise Service Tax Appellate Tribunal. If I am saying all this thing, you may be sounding and saying that, sir, you are saying, but how to do that? Tell me those one. See, I have said and repeatedly again telling you, for doing anything we have to start from somewhere, and that somewhere cannot be late anywhere. We can start from today. If you are really liking it that today deliberation making some sense in your mind, I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you that this is going to give you the broader platform for taking up the opportunities. I know, being company secretary, we got hardcore experience in legal and secretarial, but there is no harm to look at out of box. There is no harm to see the opportunities existing in other areas. Otherwise, by qualification, I'm a CA, CS, LLB, but doing indirect tax completely. I'm not doing any other work. And I'm having sufficient work today and not getting time from indirect taxes. And believe me, and we are also trying to make enrich to our professional fraternity, be it CS or CA. Objective is that if we are empowering each other, and to our CS profession, I've seen we are not eager to come forward. If at all we are eager to come forward, maybe having some bottleneck in the mind. Don't create the bottleneck. Bottleneck will go away, done away once you start with. And this starting is the start point. Start today. If at all you want any help, contribution, support, believe me, I can promise from my side, and I am sure all the learned faculty who all are coming on this platform, they will always be available to support you, to see that we all are getting our objective done. And what is all required? In case you are having query, post your queries, send through a mail, maybe 1 day delay or 2 day delay. There are number of video presentation available. There are number of articles written by me, which you can run through. But I can promise each one of you, I can't watch you, but I can say from my core of my heart, I will be there to make sure that our CS fraternity, our CS profession capture this opportunity of GST before it comes in. But before that, capture service tax opportunity, which is applicable per se for you and for your service receiver being a company. And that would be the start point for all of us together. See, I really understand that where from we should start. I have given my full support and commitment to all of you. Please start. If you require any help from my side, I am available, and I will definitely extend my full support. You can read article, you can see the video presentation, you can send your email in case you are having any doubt and queries. And wherever you want any value addition and support, rest assured we can do that. In case you want some query need to be clarified by ICSI, send those queries to them. We can prepare the article, get circulated either in NIRC magazine or ICSI magazine. And that's the way we can start this activity for seeing that we are empowering each other. And this empowerment will come only when you are ready to receive whatever I am delivering today. With this, I am thankful to each one of you for listening to me. Thanks to each one of you.